Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight at the home of Deeds Racing, Sainte Croix, once again for the Community Series on a Thursday night. And we have something special here tonight. We're going to be using the main game car actually, which is very interesting. The Honda NSX GT500 is the car of choice today for our Community Series lineup. My name is Lenosis, and joining me in the commentary box tonight is your race director, Spitzy. How are we doing tonight, Spitzy?
Hello, I'm going just fine. How are you?
Yeah, I'm pretty alright. Very excited for the racing tonight. We have a 10-minute qualifying followed by two 20-minute races. The second being reverse grid, as we love to see in the Community Series. So we'll just have a look at our track map here tonight. So it's 10.825 kilometers, around 24 corners. 4 times tires, 4 times fuel, racing mediums in use tonight. No expected stops in this race. And of course, using the C layout, it's a very, very long lap. About 3 minutes 11 was the quick pace that we saw in Division 1 on Sunday night. So, just something to keep in mind. A long lap, lots of places to make mistakes, and those tyres are really going to be screaming at the end of this stint.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how some of our community members go with this track, considering, there's a couple of the main game guys in here, so they should definitely do pretty well. But yeah, who knows, some of these community guys might be able to perform a bit of an upset if they're lucky.
Yeah, we see Bumcrack, Renegade, a couple of big names in there that we're familiar with in the main game. So good to see them back here for the Community Series. A bit of fun out on track. We always love to see them mixing and mingling with our Community Series guys. So the next question, I think, is what color have you painted the big button in the comms box tonight, Spitzy?
Red. You can never go wrong with red.
That's true. So, I mean, back to the original, the big red button is back in the box. So, you'll love to see it. So, what do you say we get into qualifying? We're right on time, so I think we don't keep these guys waiting too much longer. Once again, 10-minute qualifying followed by two 20-minute races, the second being reverse grid. So, we've got 9 on the grid tonight, which isn't the fullest we've seen in the Community Series, but it's enough to put on a good show, and we love to see good numbers here. And in the NSX GT500, the car that we use in the main game, it means that these guys, they're going to be compared directly to the guys that drove last Sunday in the main game. So those guys, if they're clean, they put in some good laps, they could find themselves in a main game drive in a couple of weeks' time. So we'll just have to wait and see how that plays out.
Yes, indeed. Well, qualifying is now starting, so let's get the show on the road.
Here we go. Community Series qualifying always throws up a good show.
Indeed. Alright, so let's see who's at the track. Crushman is first out. We've got Zero, Renegade, Kermy, Boss 260, Heffy, looks like Mr. Bumcrack and Codes is still in pits. Jiggles is now out on track. Big Jigglies. Alright, Codes is now out on track. Mr. Bumcrack is still... Oh no, looks like he's coming out now.
Yeah, we'll wait for these guys to cross the timing line for the first time, so that sorts things out. I think from what I can see, oh no, there's 2 yellow cars there. It's Zero leading Crashman out as they approach. I don't think we've sorted out the corner names for this track just yet. I know one of these corners was called Garlic and another one of them was called Chocolate, but I don't think it's decided which one it is yet. I might just get a track map up real quick, see if I can scour through the race director's channel, see if we can find a track map for us.
Yeah, go ahead.
Also got Hodes out on track as well, towards the back of the field, but the timing chart's listed at the top of the times. Unfortunately, I don't think we'll get to see how things balance out until these guys have completed a full lap, so we'll just have to wait and see.
That's right, shouldn't take them too long, I'm hoping. That's like, considering they're only just going to the bridge, do wonder if maybe we should have set the maybe a 15-minute qualifier just to give more time to do the outlap.
Yeah,
But,
that'll be right.
That's right. Well, let's see how things go.
As we see, the Boss 260 GT, it's not a name I remember from the last few Community Series races we've had, but he's running a brilliant Valvoline livery there on that car. And is there somebody else behind him as well who is also running that livery? It is Renegade. Is that the same livery? No, just the same colour scheme.
Not quite. Same colour scheme, not quite the same livery. Don't think anyone else yet. I have a feeling Boss is the only one running that Valvoline livery.
As we see, HC Kermy, who... a little bit of a lag spike there. But yeah, HC Kermy, he is repping the Hooncorp colours tonight. We've heard a good word from his Hooncorp friend, Nismo Nath, who is one of the team owners here in Sector 1. So all eyes on Hermie tonight. We'll have to wait and see how he goes in tonight's Community Series race.
Yes, I will be keeping my eye on Mr. Bumcraig. He is the owner of my team. So, you know, hoping he does well. It would be a very good morale boost for the team. So yeah, we're just hoping. But of course, it is always best man wins. So, whoever wins. Let's just see how it goes.
Yeah, Bumcrack, he won Division 3 last season, leading the charge with Kraken Esports. It was the first season as... Oh no, it was the second season as a team. Oh, what am I saying? Of course, as they ran in Season 6 famously as well. So second season, last season, Bumcrack headed the charge for the team, taking the Div 3 title. He's been bumped up to Div 2 this season, and he hasn't had the most success, but still finding his feet, getting settled in Div 2, and he definitely on his day has the pace to race there. Very competitive tight field we do have in the Division 2 category. And Bumcrack just finding his feet this season. Next season, watch out for this guy. He'll be absolutely flying.
Absolutely. Certainly hoping so. Right, so everyone is now onto lap 1 fully. It's not showing me what their lap times are, however. Oh, hang on, here we go. So, Zero's crossing Sector 1, 59 seconds. Let's see. Bossman.
Yeah, some of the sector splits aren't showing proper times, which is a bit annoying. Hope that it's not that qualifying glitch happening, or the timing glitch that we've seen in practice, hence why we extended the qualifying to 15 minutes for the main game. But for now, I think from the testing that people have done, it says that it doesn't happen in qualifying. So let's just hope this is a visual glitch as a spectator, as opposed to these guys not being able to set a lap despite it being a flying lap.
Yes. Alright.
Big J's off the track. He has had a massive moment there, so we might have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay, see if we can catch what happened there. Oops, that is a replay from a long time ago. I apologise. Oh my god, I'm sorry guys, I'm having a big moment with replay. This is really not working. Okay. There we go. So he's just lost the rear end and he's tapped the walls, so not ideal for Big J, but he'll find his way back on track. So Zero leading the charge for these guys, coming into the final sector of this Sainte Croix track. Very picturesque along public roads. Very fast and flowing section. Can he set a lap and good enough for pole position here tonight? We'll have to wait and see. All the way from the United States as well, Zero is as well. So good to see some international representation.
Yeah, absolutely. It always makes it more interesting.
As he rounds the final corner on the power for the final time this lap. runs a little bit wide, but for the most part, that was a pretty clean exit. Let's see what lap time he sets. If the game lets us set laps, and it does.
There you go. 3
3:17.
minutes 17.1.
Crashman
Or
goes 2 seconds
3:15 by
quicker.
Crashman.
Good lap by Crashman, that's for sure. Boss GT.
3:18 for Boss.
Heapy to second.
3:16.
Kermit stays fifth. Renegade goes 6th with a 3:19. He won't be happy with that one. Big J
That's
is
right, he's still got a bit of time to try and fix that. 3:17 for Hodes. Mumcraig got a 3:17.58. Alright, and Jiggly is now across the line. 3:32.298. Yes, that spin didn't help him. Hopefully, if he can keep it clean this lap, he'll have hopefully be able to set a much better time.
Pretty decent lap by Crashman for the pace that we saw last week in the main game. Division 3 and Division 1 lap times were about on that mark. I think the pole, I think it was actually 5 seconds off the official Division 1 pole time, but with the slipstream, yeah, I think that's definitely a competitive lap time from Crashman. Maybe a second or so in it. Because this track is
I think Zero's gone off. Yeah, I just got back into his thing and he appeared to have slowed down massively. Oh yeah, he's gone back to the pits. Alright, that is his qualifying over, I would say.
Catch that on the replay as he turned into the corner or loses the rear end. Oh yeah, it happened all the way from the apex and he's into the wall, so yeah.
Well, we'll see how his timer holds up. It was somewhat decent, pretty decent, again 3rd place, so he's still in with a shot of making it at least onto the first couple of rows.
Yeah, absolutely. As there's only a minute left in this qualifying session now.
Yeah, so everyone should be, I think this lap will be everyone's last chance, so let's see how people hold up. Everyone seems to be going pretty okay at the moment. Yeah, not spotting anything major at the moment. Hitting top speeds about 290k an hour coming down this back straight.
Let's see Crashman as he comes into the final sector. He might actually get another lap here, but it's going to be tight when he crosses the line because the maximum timer is only 3 minutes. So if he hasn't got an extra 15 seconds left in the lap, he's not going to be able to finish his lap time, which is a bit concerning. He might get onto this final lap, but will he be able to finish it? I don't think he will.
No, I don't think so. He's getting quite close to that 10-minute mark. He was going purple in the last sector though, so we'll see how he improves.
Looking pretty alright. No, he's down.
No! Oh, down, alright.
As we see Heafy and, Heafy. Boss crosses the line, and so does Heafy. Heafy goes to P2 with that lap, 4/10 off Crashman. Boss G to 6th. So for next few laps coming in Renegade, he goes to 6th position.
That's right. Hodes is in. No, Hodes is down.
Bumcrack
to
3rd.
3:15.6.
Great lap.
That means Zero's out of the top 3, but he will still be on the 2nd row.
Big J can't improve.
Alright. Yeah, that's right. Well, we'll see. Craftman is still showing he's being on the final lap. Again, we'll see if he can make it to the end before the timer goes off.
Yeah, I don't think he'll get there, unfortunately, but we'll just ride on board with him anyway. I think he is the only driver who is on this lap, so we'll just see how he goes. Give him some TV time. As we'll just have a quick look into the chat. We've got quite a few people in the chat today. We have 20 people currently. We see Renegade is in the chat. We see Robert Rice, Karen Unleashed, Carbon Boy, Ryan Scott, John Shepherd, Levenspiel, we've got Laminator in chat. Thanks for joining us, everybody. If you're enjoying the community series, make sure to smash the like button. There is 20 of you in chat and only 6 likes, so make sure to get in there real quick. It really helps with the algorithm. But on to the on-track action. We see Crashman over the bridge. He's 5/10 down. So I think even if he completed this lap, I don't think he would be up on time, as this is one of the trickiest corners on the track. I struggled with it last Sunday. Gets it turned in late on the power. Oh, very, very close to that wall. Very easy to get it wrong. Very easy to understeer straight into the brick wall that's sitting right there. Still
I was
half
saying
second
he's
down.
almost 0.6 down.
He does have the pole in hand, so he doesn't need to complete this lap. But I guess it's just to add to his collection, I guess, for a lap.
Yes, exactly. More practice the better, as they say.
Yeah. As he has, oh, big slide. So he has 30 seconds to cross the line. I don't think he's going to get there, unfortunately.
That's right. We'll see what we'll see how close he gets.
We'll see the final sector split right now to see if this lap is worth anything. No, he's well and truly down. 7/10 down. Just a bit of TV time for Crashman over here. As he rounds the penultimate corner of the 24-corner circuit. Almost 11 corners this one. And that is qualifying there, run and done. So we will have a look at the results for that one. We see Crashman on pole position with a 3:15.1. Heafy takes P2, 4/10 shy of Crashman up top. That completes your front row. We have Bumcrack, your Division 3 reigning champion. We see Zero, the American, in P4, completing the second row of the grid. Hodes takes P5. He's joined with Renegade alongside him. The Boss 260 GT takes 7th alongside Kermie in 8th, with Big J occupying the 5th row all alone. So that's how things shape up after qualifying here in the Pro Plumbing Group Community Series. So definitely an interesting session, wasn't it, Spitzy?
Yes, indeed. You know, fair bit of a time gap between first and last, but I am sure, again, this is Sainte Croix. Does not necessarily qualifying does not necessarily mean that is how the race will turn out. So yeah, let's just see how it goes. There could be, you know, room for an upset here.
Yeah, long straights and heavy braking zones. This track has a lot of them, and they're always throwing up some good racing like we saw on Sunday. What an absolute ripper of a race we had on Sunday in both of the categories. So, yeah, we'll just have to see how these guys go around here in the same machinery that we use in the main game. Definitely interesting to see how things shape up, that's for sure. Now,
Yes. All right.
believe...
Race 1, here we go.
Oh, I was just going to say, I think we had somebody join halfway through. Oh, it was Laminator who joined halfway through.
Yes, I don't quite know. I mean, having missed qualifying, he did mention, I think, that he wasn't quite going to be able to make the race anyway, but, so should I red flag and let him in?
Yeah, might as well. I mean, more the merrier. Started from
Alright.
the back of the grid.
Alrighty. I'll quickly let the racers know, and we'll try again.
So we'll just go to a quick intermission while we sort out the grid. Shouldn't be too difficult. We should have everything all sorted in the next 5 minutes. So we'll be right back for you guys in just a jiffy. Hello everybody, we are kind of back. We're just getting ready, the last few things. We had to do a lobby restart because for some reason the game was saying that you couldn't initialize, so this is a glitch that goes all the way back to the opening days of GT7 and we'd love to have it back. But thanks for joining us. We see a few more names in chat, lots of familiar names. We have Womble, Morgan Davey as well in chat. Jason Arts is there as well. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We love to see you all in the chat. We'd love to have your verdicts and your opinions on the qualifying session and how you think race 1 is going to pan out. Things should be very good here at Sainte Croix over the next 40 minutes of racing action. But we've got 10 people in the lobby at the moment, and it looks like everything is letting us initialize. Is that correct, Spitzy? That's a very uncertain pause. Not too sure what, anyways, we see Morgan in the chat saying, user keen to watch some, Yozar, yeah, Morgan said something in the chat. He's keen for racing. We love to see him down here, to support the community series. So yeah, we still having issues there, Spitzy?
Just adjusting the grid. I will be able to tell you in a moment.
Yeah, everybody's joining in and out, so I'm not too sure what's going on here.
Alright, so just having a look through the grid again. Crashman was first, Heafy second, Bumcraig third, Zero fourth, Hodes was fifth, Renegade was sixth, Boss is seventh, Kermie is eighth, Jiggles is ninth, and Lemonator, our wildcard, is starting back at the grid.
Yeah, so we're just waiting for the last two to join in. It's Hodes and Kermie. And then they'll be allotted their qualifying position and we'll get on the road. So, yeah. So if you haven't already, make sure to join the Discord. That's where we make all of our major announcements. Get involved in all the racing action here on a Thursday night and potentially in the main game if you catch the TO's eyes. But yeah, this Sunday we are back here at Sainte Croix for Group B running. It's Division 4 and Division 2 for Group B. Very excited for that. It should be a good night of racing. I unfortunately will not be on the in the comms box as I'll be away doing some real life racing. But you'll be in safe hands with Atom, Gur, and who's the other race director? It's somebody. I know it's at least those two. Maybe Muffin. Like, what? So, there's going to be some people in the comms box. That's all I know. Atom will be controlling the stream. It'll be a brilliant night. You all should come along, support that. Should be a good night of racing, and I'll be watching it from the road. And Spitzy, you'll be participating in it.
Yes, I will be back in Div 4, hopefully managing to get some points for my team. We'll see how I go.
Yeah.
Still haven't got my wheel at the moment, so back using a controller, going to be a little bit disadvantaged, but you know what? All I can do is try.
Yeah,
Alright,
exactly.
Grid is set.
So you're ready to smash that big red button?
Smashing the big red button now, let's do it.
Here we go. We're about to be green flag racing here at Sainte Croix in the Thursday night pro plumbing race, pro plumbing community series race, I should say. As they're all lined up on the grid and waiting. As the light sequence begins. 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. They are out of racing here at Sainte Croix C as there's a little bit of action off the line. Somebody's looks like they're going very slowly off the rear of the field.
That was Boss 260. Bit of a slow start.
They're 3 wide. Oh, hold it together, boys. Somebody's in the wall. I think that was Hodes in the background there, who's lost a lot of momentum, as they're still 2x2 through that first braking zone, and they managed to get through safely. But oh wow, they were 3 wide through the first turn. That was spectacular to watch, as these guys barrel down towards the second braking zone on their circuit. Do we see any moves? They're 3 wide in the background there. Oh, a little bit of contact, but these guys, a little bit of rubbing. They managed to make it through safely. They're still 3 wide. Oh my goodness. Sort it out, boys. Brilliant racing action. Oh, somebody runs a bit wide in the background. It was Laminator who runs a bit wide. And into the second sector of the circuit now. These guys are still chopping and changing for position. We have a look back up front as we see Crashman under a lot of pressure from Heafy82 in P2. Completing the podium is a sole American this race, Zero. They come down through into the S section down towards the bridge.
It looks like Boss has caught up to the back of the pack pretty quickly, so we're still a bit of a close grid here.
Yeah, Big J looks like he's struggling, didn't really get going in qualifying, and now under a lot of pressure from the boss. Laminator, after missing qualifying, he is struggling as well.
That's right, he's still got up 2 positions though. Everyone manages to get across the bridge. Hodes seems to clip the wall, but he's still on, he's fine. Everyone's across the bridge in one piece.
As they're 2 wide in the background there, Renegade and Hodes trying to find a way through. Oh, a little bit of a clip on the wall on exit of the sweeper for Renegade there. Oh, as we see a lot of chopping and changing action for the final places on the podium here. No, it is for the lead of the race, actually, as Heafy goes through on Crashman, as we see the 2 yellow cars of Crashman and Zero. Crashman has changed positions with Heafy. Heafy inherits the lead of the race, and they continue on through... I don't know whether that was a little bit of latency, but I swear Heafy took a little bit of grass there on the entry.
That's right, he's still in front, and he is, well, almost a second ahead of Crashman here, so I don't think it made much of a difference. Yeah,
it must have just been a little bit of latency.
Possibly.
Bumcrack isn't too far out of things here as well, sitting in P4 at the moment, trying to find his way up through the field.
Alright, here we go, first lap. First lap is down, Heafy in first, Crashman, Zero, Bumcrack, Fermi, Hodes, Renegade, Jiggly's, Boss 260. Oh, Laminator! Oh, has he gone off again?
That's not great for Laminator.
Should I say again? Yes, okay, but he now crosses the line onto lap 2. He's gonna have a lot of work ahead of him if he's gonna catch back up.
Or he's playing the strategy card here, because at this rate he would be starting on pole position for race number 2. So I feel like Laminator,
that is very true.
Yeah, I think he'll be using this race just as a practice race, get the nerves out of the way, and then when he's ready for race number 2, he'll be right on it and he'll be able to blitz the rest of the field. He's already 6 seconds purple.
Fair enough.
Oh, he's run wide. Oh, that's not great. We'll get the camera off him before he makes too many more mistakes. As Crashman back into the lead, we've watched it all unfold here. Crashman goes ahead, Zero follows him through. Oh, Heafy chucks it back on down the inside of Zero and puts himself back up into P2. That's allowing Crashman to get away though. 1 second in the clear. Is he outside the slipstream range?
Hodes went off for a little bit. He's lost a position or 2.
As this battle for the podium is still raging on. These guys not giving it up just yet, using all the track. Oh, Bumcrackers, they're all gone!
Off.
Oh,
Kermy's off.
Kermy and Bumcrack both straddling the curb, and Bumcrack gets away with it. Kermy doesn't, ends up in the barriers. We'll have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay at that one. So we see Kermy.
Oh, Boss is having trouble as well.
Oh. as yeah, Bumcrack clipped the wall, and then Kermy did almost the same thing, but his car speared into the wall. Not great for Kermy at this point in the race.
Alright, so Kermy and Laminator are now battling for 9th, or will be battling very shortly. Let's see, we've still got a 4-way battle for the lead. Renegade's not too far behind. Jiggly, Hodes are sort of battling for 6th. Boss is in 8th, and then yeah, Kermy and Laminator will be fighting for 9th place.
As you can see the power of that slipstream down that back straight, that gap between Crashman and Heafy, those long power zones of this circuit, closes up that gap from about a second to just 0.6. And then when they get to the corners, that's where Crashman seems to have his strengths on the 2 behind, as he starts to open up that gap, now at 0.9 through this technical sector.
He was 7 seconds purple on that sector, so definitely an improvement on his last.
That is a very good lap time if he can keep 7 seconds ahead of the purple time.
Rest of the grid seems to be somewhat settling in. Alright, beginning of lap 3, Crashman, Heafy and Zero still battling for first, Bumcrack not far behind, Renegade on his own in 5th, Jigglies and Hodes battling for 6th, Boss comes in, yeah, very much on his own in 8th place, Kermy and Laminator will be fighting for 9th at the back of the grid.
So we're approaching, we're approaching the halfway mark. Oh, huge action between Big J and Hodes then, as Big J hit the wall and then Hodes ran up the back of him. We'll try and catch it on the replay as they approach the first braking zone of the track. It looked like, was there a little bit? Oh, there was a little bit of contact. Oh, that's not great from those two, but they managed to sort themselves out. And he has redressed there, so that's good stuff from...
that's always good. Yeah, good sportsmanship. We always want to see the redressing.
That's what the TOs look for. When somebody can throw up their hand and say, yep, I've done something wrong there, and they redress the position. That's what gets you the brownie points into the main game.
Absolutely. Alright, Bumcrack is starting to catch back up to the top 3, so this will start becoming a proper 4-way battle pretty soon, I imagine. Renegade behind is starting to catch up as well, at least through these corners. Jigglies and Hodes still having their own thing. Boss is starting to catch up to them, so that might become a 3-way pretty shortly. Kermy and Laminator, yeah, they're starting to split apart a little bit. Almost 2 seconds between them.
Yeah, Big J and Hodes are having an absolute monumental battle here. These guys not giving it up. There was a little bit of contact involved, but some good sportsmanship involved as well. As this gap between them at 0.4 at the moment, the slipstream is just going to bring Hodes back into things. I reckon we keep the camera here. But as I was saying at the start of the lap, we're getting to the halfway mark of this race. Do you reckon you have an APR tire and fuel update for it? Oh! It's a huge action, and Hodes is gone. That's disaster for Hodes as he's into the wall at the end of the bridge. As we have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay at that one. And I think he was just struggling for rear grip, lost the rear end, and he ended up in the wall. Not ideal for Hodes there. Oh yeah, absolute tank slapper. Overcorrect for him.
As a shame, he now will be joining Kermy and Laminator to try and grab 8th place. That is a shame though. It was looking pretty well between him. It looks like Boss will instead be taking his place.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you say we jump into an APR tire and fuel update, Spitzy?
Alright, let's do this. Heafy now in first position. His rear tyres are seemingly a little bit worse than his fronts. His fuel, he's running almost half a tank. Let's see. Crashman's basically exactly the same thing, maybe a little bit more fuel. And basically copying up. Third now.
Yeah,
Zero, yeah, basically around the same sort of thing. Break. Renegade seems to be... Oh, Renegade's fuel's actually doing pretty alright for this stage. His tyres, yeah, tyres are usually basically the same between all these guys so far. Jiggly's a little bit less fuel, tyres roughly around the same. Boss's rear tyres are a little bit more worn. I think his tyres are more worn all round, and he's literally just over half a tank. Kermie's doing a bit better for fuel, and a little bit better for tyres. Lemonade is even better for fuel,
Kermie's
tyres are
purple
running
as well.
about the same. Oh, yes, okay, cool. And Hodes is sitting now on half a tank, and his tyres, yeah, tyres seem to be running about average for what everyone's doing.
As he grazes the wall there. Thanks for the APR Tire and Fuel update there, Spitzy.
No problem. Alright, oh, Zero's dropped off a fair bit from Craig and Heafy.
Bumcrack's up to second.
That's it. Oh, where's
Crashman?
Crashman's fallen down to 5th.
Oh, that's huge for Crashman. How's that happen? He must have had an absolute tank slapper.
Possibly. Alright, I'll keep monitoring the grid and see where everyone's at. No king action so far, but yes, that certainly changes how this race is going to end, I think.
Yeah, Crashman looked to be in control of this race, but a little bit of an incident, and it sees him out of the podium places and in P5 at the moment. Well, what that does do as it re-gifts the lead of the race to Heafy, who has a second gap over Mr. Bumcrack, just behind. Let's see this gap down the Biggs main straight between Heafy and Bumcrack. Let's watch that close up. How much is he going to gain? He has massive overspeed. We see that gap coming down, down, down. 8/10.
I say, 297, 290. I saw 298 there from Mr. Bumcrack. Almost 300k now at terminal velocity. Well, here we go. He's still hovering just under 800 per second.
As we have a look at Renegade and Crashman. Crashman slowly coming up behind Renegade here. Just pressuring potentially Renegade into a mistake, I should say. Oh, a little bit of a mistake from Crashman there. He's lost a chunk of time. But I'd imagine he might be able to find his way back into the podium places. He's only 4 seconds shy, and with 6 minutes remaining on the clock, I mean, it's not off the cards, I reckon.
Well, he can certainly give it his best shot. Again, if he was managing to stick out the front for the majority of this race, he'll find his way back out there if he tries hard enough, I reckon. Alright.
There's that gap between Heafy and Bumcrack. 7/10 now.
Yeah, about to say, that's definitely the closest racing at the moment. Zero's almost 4 seconds behind them, so he's fallen behind quite a bit. Renegade, about 3 seconds between him and Zero. Crashman's less than a second behind Renegade, so that'll is still going. Jiggly's kind of on his own. Boss is about 2 seconds behind. Kermie, Hodes, and Laminator are about 3 seconds between the 3 of them, I think.
That gap between Heafy and Bumcrack at 6/10 now. Bumcrack slowly reeling in Heafy, and he is on an absolute charge.
Heafy's gone purple.
Bumcrack with the fastest lap of the race last lap as well, so he is absolutely in position to take this race win.
That's right. Oh, Heafy got a little bit sideways there, kept control of it, but that's giving Bumcrack, yeah, a bit more of a boost.
Bumcrack is very strategic. He'll know when to put this move down. He's not going to rush it, because with 5 minutes on the clock, he'll just wait for the gap to open up at the end of a straight, especially that tight and technical final sector. So we'll just have to wait and see where Bumcrack decides to stick the needle. Loses a massive chunk of time there though. 7/10 the gap now between Bumcrack and Heafy. How much can he close that gap up before the final sector, I should say? 2 massive straights coming. The blast across the bridge.
I've just seen Kermie and Hodes both whack the wall at the very start of the S's.
Oh dear, that's not great.
That's right. They're both still on track, but they would have lost a bit of time there. We're starting to get, we're in sort of all-way battle for 7th. Boss, Kermie is about less than a second behind. Hodes is only about 100.
Oh, big move in the
here we go.
background.
Hodes is going for the overtake.
And he
There we
fires
go.
it down the
Hodes makes
inside.
it through.
Great move from Hodes to get himself up into P8, very textbook. But that might leave him a bit exposed to Kermie. On the run down towards the hairpin here. Massive, massive long straight. Oh, hits the wall there. Kermie's in, gone.
Oh dear.
As we'll catch that on the replay.
There we go. Crashman and Renegade are getting quite close now. We're looking at about 200ths of a second between the two of them. Zero's very much on his own, sitting quite comfortably in 3rd. Bumcrack and Heafy, all the gaps are widening a bit. We're looking at about 800ths of a second.
Yeah, so with that dirty air, Bumcrack just struggling a little bit to keep on the tail of Heafy there. But the long straight slipstream is keeping him relevant in this conversation. 3 minutes to go, they'll get one more lap here. Heafy does set the fastest lap of the race as well. 2/10 quicker than Bumcrack on that previous occasion. Let's see how much Bumcrack can close up in a straight line. 8/10. It's not closing up as much as you'd expect, but you see how much time he saves under braking. Bumcrack really has the car dialed up under brakes.
Yeah, but so yeah, he's quite stable. He's sort of waving a bit under brakes. He might need to adjust, possibly. I suppose brake bias is the only real thing that can adjust at the moment. So yeah, maybe if he does a bit more towards the rear, keeps the rear planted a bit more, that might help him. Let's see, Zero is still very much on his own in 3rd. Renegade Crashman is still battling for 4th. Jiggly's is on his own in 6th. He's got a 10-second gap between him and Boss in 7th. So it seems to be Boss and Hodes are doing battling for 7th place. Aminator and Kermie will be trying to go for 9th.
It's Bumcrack over the curb there as he approaches the SS section. Cutting things very, very fine.
Yeah, Laminator has gone slightly wide, so Kermie has now taken 9th position.
See if we can catch that on the Liquid Solutions action replay. Oh, we can. Just definitely missed the braking point. Ended up in the gravel trap there at turn 5.
So we've got a minute and a half left until the 20-minute timer counts down fully. Will they be able to make it around for one more lap?
Yeah, I'm thinking they might. Heafy and Bumcrack, they might even complete that lap as well. So, who will be the first to finish? That's the big question. I think we might see some people who won't take the checkered flag, and the race will end halfway through, as it is only a 3-minute race wait timer, which is a bit inconvenient, but we'll have to wait and see. Let's hope that it doesn't rob us of a grandstand finish here.
He's hoping.
So that gap back down to 7/10 between Heafy and Bumcrack. Bumcrack, that gap was out to 1.4 earlier, but Bumcrack isn't giving up the charge anytime soon. He's going purple.
Yeah, Crashman's made his move on Renegade. He's up in 4th. Jiggly's is now honing in on Renegade. We've got about 700ths of a second between them. Like I say, Jiggly's and Boss, there's about 11-second gap between those guys now. Hodes, Kermie, Laminator. Yeah, Hodes is kind of starting to lose his gap to the last two. So if they can make it around... Oh, there we go, freaking Kermie went off, and Laminator ended up hitting the back of him, so I think that's basically going to settle 9th place there.
Crashman finishes the race there in 4th, Renegade 5th, Big J finishes 6th, Bossman will come home in 7th place. Hodes will come home in 8th. Kermy in 9th, and Laminator will be starting on pole position for race number 2. But as we look back up the front, a gap out to over a second now between Heafy and Bumcrack. Bumcrack unable to take the fastest lap on the previous occasion.
He definitely wasn't far off though. Looks like he was maybe 200th of a second off.
As the podium sitters are the only 3 that have got onto this final lap. But will they be able to make it around and finish the race? I think they should be able to. They should be able to make it onto the main straight. At least Heafy and Bumcrack will.
Yeah, they got 2
Zero will
minutes
get
left.
close. Yeah.
Getting quite close coming through the S's. Alright, Bumcrack will have another chance. Yeah, Bumcrack will have another chance here on the bridge. Slipstream will help him out here.
Oh, has Heafy run out of fuel?
Here we go.
That was very easy for Bumcrack. Has Heafy run out of fuel?
Yeah, Heafy's very much almost out. He's got the lowest fuel of the lot. Bumcrack and Zero have very similar fuel loads. Yeah, I think Heafy's just gone a little bit too hard trying to hold Bumcrack off.
As Bumcrack's going to take race number 1 here, but that means that Heafy's in trouble from Zero now. Will Zero take P2 from Heafy? This massive straight is going to kill Heafy all the way down.
Yeah, but as I said, look at him, he's only holding about 260. Zero's at 280, approaching 290.
Yeah, look at that gap come down.
Almost 300 there, so but as he's got the fuel to burn.
1.1, under a second now between Heafy and Zero. Yeah, Heafy is, he's miscalculated and misjudged his fuel, and he is absolutely struggling on this final lap. I think Zero's going to get him.
Yeah, but so the gap's definitely
huge
small.
slide from Heafy!
Oh, he saved it. That was a good save, but yeah, look at the gap. Look how small that is. Oh no! Zero!
Oh no! That's massive. As Heafy's gonna hold on. Bumcrack will take race number 1. Heafy will finish P2. And Zero will come home in P3.
Alright. Well, congratulations to Mr. Bumcrack there for a job well done. Zero came so close.
Yeah, absolutely. I think he knew that he didn't have much time left on the clock, so he needed to get by Heafy, but unfortunately unable to do so, and has to settle for 3rd, which, I mean, for race number 1, that's not a bad performance from any of them. As we have a look at the official race results for race number 1, Bumcrack does take P1 ahead of Heafy in P2, who did manage to set the fastest lap of the race, a 15 flat. Zero takes P3, completing the podium, and 1 lap down starts Crashman ahead of Renegade, Big J. 7th is Bossman, 8th is Hodes, 9th is Kermy, and Laminator comes home in P10. And wow, I mean, that was definitely a very interesting race. I mean, lots of action, but we're only halfway through. We've got another 20 minutes yet to come, and it's reverse grid. So I am extremely excited for what's to come later tonight. Reverse grid, just throwing this race on top of its head. This is going to be an absolute worldie of a race.
Indeed. Alright, I'm just setting the grid now. So, we'll have Laminator starting... Laminator starting in 1st. Kermy will be starting in 2nd. Let's see. 3rd will go to Hodes. 4th will be the Boss.
So, in the chat, Renegade's reporting that apparently his wheel wouldn't shift up out of 2nd gear, which, yeah, that's definitely unfortunate for Renegade. Hope you can get that fixed for race number 2, so that you can have another good crack at it. You're in a good spot there, Renegade, for race number 2 with the reverse grid. So we'll just have to see how things happen, the way the cookie crumbles for race number 2. 20 minutes left to go in this one.
Alright. So, reverse grid for race number 2. We have Laminator starting in first. Comey will be in second. Hodes in third place. Boss will be starting in fourth. Jiggly's will be fifth. Renegade will be sixth. Crashman seventh. Zero eighth. Heafy in ninth. And Mr. Bumcraig will be rounding out the grid in 10th place.
So, what do you say you smash that big red button there, Spitzy?
Alright, let's do it. Race number 2, starting now.
Oh. If race 1 is anything to go by, I think race 2 is going to be an absolute ripper of a race.
Oh, indeed. It'll definitely be the first lap or so, I think, will be very interesting. Again, considering the faster drivers will be starting in last place.
Yeah.
So, we'll see. Hopefully, we'll get a clean start. Won't have anyone lagging too badly off the line. But all we can do is just wait and see.
As the light sequence begins, 1 light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights here at Sainte Croix C. They are out and racing here for race number 2 in the Community Series. Somebody's missed the start again. I don't think he's missed the start. I think he's just having such a poor start. Is Boston, and he drops to the back of the field as Hodes is under a lot of pressure, or putting a lot of pressure on Laminator, I should say. Oh, Hodes sweeps it around the outside, gets that move done on Laminator, and he is into the lead of the race. Laminator absolutely struggling at the moment, couldn't get the run he needed out of the second corner. They barrel down towards the second braking zone of the circuit. These guys once again keeping things clean through the opening proceedings.
Yes, that was a rather clean start. I'm very... Oh, Comey's gone wide. Did he get pushed?
No, I don't think so. He just ran wide there, Kermie.
Crashman had a bit of a moment there. He's still going okay. Zero's up 5th. Crashman 6th.
As we're starting to see the faster drivers starting to squish into and up onto the slowest drivers at the front of the field. As Hodes has absolutely taken off at the start of this race. Already got 7 tenths to his name.
Yeah, I just saw Boss go wide at that corner. Bumcraig is still behind him. Bumcraig is still in 10th place. He's got almost 10 seconds now to make up.
Yeah, they've had a massive moment here, Boss and Bumcraig. Might see if we can catch that on the Liquid Solutions action replay. Not too sure what's happened there. Oh, okay. I think Bumcraig has made contact with Boss. And he's redressing the position, that explains that.
Yes, fair enough. Alright, well, we'll see what happens with those two. Further up the grid, staying pretty close so far. Again, as the faster drivers will move up on the slower ones, I would dare say, yeah, it's going to get very close very soon.
Zero is in an absolutely brilliant position early on in this race, slides his way up into 3rd position already. Finished 3rd last race and already up into the podium places. He is absolutely flying here at Sainte Croix C.
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing quite well. But say the race behind him is getting pretty close as well. 3rd to 8th is almost one big pack. Boss and Bumcraig.
Or Kermie thinking about the move on Big J here. Shows the nose.
Yeah, a bit of back and forth between the two.
Goes defensive, does Zero. Here's Big J, tries around the outside. Oh, a little bit of contact there. Oh, huge contact.
Was that a bit of brake lock up?
I'm not too sure, but at the moment, Zero holds on to 3rd place ahead of these two, so the little bit of contact, I think it's just been redressed, so we love to see it. Kermie does go ahead of Big J. Oh, he's off the track. Oh, he comes back on. Oh, huge contact. Zero's been shuffled out wide, and he's down the bottom. Crashman, side by side. Oh my god, somebody else is off. That's Kermie. Oh my goodness. Everything is kicking off here.
That's what happens when you get all these guys very close together for these quite tight corners. It's a shame. Kind of, yeah, not massively surprising, but it's still not something you want to see regardless.
Oh, that was huge drama there.
Alright. So, after the end of lap 1, we've got Hodes and Laminator battling for first. Jiggly's is in 3rd place, he's leading the pack for that. Renegade, Heafy and Crashman are all behind him. Kermit is sitting with 0 in 7th and 8th respectively. And Boss is in 9th, Buncrake is in 10th. So we've got a few battle packs happening here at the moment, you know, so you look at someone, they're definitely in a battle with someone else at least. No one is getting comfortable on their own just yet. Oh! Hose went wide.
And Laminator inherits the lead of the race. That was very spontaneous.
Alright, so back behind them, everyone's still going pretty clean. Renegade's making a move on Heafy. Oh! Contact!
Hodes made another mistake as well. He's dropped off even further off Laminator.
Oh dear. Renegade and Heafy was a bit of contact between the two of them. Renegade is slowing down. Crashman has now moved up in the 5th, is challenging Heafy for 4th now. No, Heafy closes the door, still makes it through to the side of the S's in 4th place. Comey and Zero are starting to catch up to that pack. Boss and Buncrake are still having their own battle for 9th. Laminator is starting to pull away. Oh no, Slipstream, high-speed Hodes may start catching up again.
Yeah, these guys have a massive gap already. Laminator has a 1.7 second gap over Hodes, who has 2.7 over Big J. So these guys not mucking about. Laminator on his bike as soon as possible, getting away with it as soon as he can.
Alright, Laminator is purple by about 6.4 seconds over last lap. Let's see. Things seem to be going. Things are kind of starting to settle down a bit. Kermit and Zero are still battling for 7th. Let's see. Renegade, Crashman, Heafy in the pack for 4th. Jiggly's on his own still. Hodes and Laminator. Oh, Laminator is starting to pull away. There is a almost. Yeah, look at that. We've got about 2-second gap there. Oh, Laminator's gone.
Oh, that's a huge moment! Laminator into the wall! Hodes inherits the lead of the race there. Oh, that's disaster for Laminator. It was looking so good for him at the early stages of this race.
Oh no, that poor guy. He's still from the lead all the way down to last, having to wait for everyone to come through before he could return safely. Oh no.
Credit to him for waiting and letting everybody through as to not cause an unsafe rejoin.
Yes, no, we can give him credit for that at the very first.
But that's brilliant news for Hodes up front, as he has a 2-second gap to Big J behind, and he is leading this race. Heafy and Crashman are on an absolute charge though, and they're not going to let this settle down. They're not going to give way to Hodes and Big J. They are going to push and push and push to see if they can get race number 2 under their belt.
Yeah, so about to say, it looks like 4th through to 7th, they're staying pretty close together. Buncrake and Boss are still battling for 8th place. Let's see, it's starting to a bit more spread out, sort of more to the front of the pack you go. Host is looking somewhat comfortable, 2.5 seconds up on Jiggly's. Heafy is starting to catch up to Jiggly's though, less than a second now between them. Crashman and Renegade. Yeah, still, Renegade still at Crashman's heels somewhat. Tommy and Zero are starting to build up gap as Buncrake. Boss isn't too far behind now actually, so it's getting a bit closer now between 9th and about 2nd. Not a massive amount of space between all those guys. Hodes, yeah, Hodes still out comfortably. He's starting to lose his gap though. Laminator, yeah, Laminator is still giving his best shot that he can. Seems to be keeping it somewhat consistent. Is starting to... Oh, no, he's losing his back to 9th place. But he was looking a little bit faster there for the efforts.
He is purple, however, so...
Yeah,
it's not
he
all
is
bad
purple
news for
indeed.
Eliminator.
No. Alright, here we go. Jigglies and Heafy are very much at each other's heels now, as they're coming down the back straights. Crashman won't be too far behind. Renegade starting to get on his own. Zero will catch up with the slipstream. Comey and Bumcraig. Bumcraig's making a move. Yep, there we go.
Inside.
7th place. Comey's now to 8th.
Heafy goes up to 2nd.
There we go. Alright, let's see what sort of a gap Hodes can maintain coming through the S's. Oh, he's doing pretty alright. He's gapped actually increased quite a lot. Look at that. 2 seconds to about 4 seconds in no time at all. Alright. Oh, here we go. Jigglies is making a move on Heafy. And Crashman looks like he's going to try to do the same thing. Alright, Heafy's fallen down to 4th.
Yeah, so Big J holds on to 2nd place as we have a massive queue of cars forming up behind Big J here who all want to get past.
Yeah, geez, Heafy's lost quite a few spots. What's going on?
He's all the way down to 7th, but Crashman looking for a move on Big J.
So yeah, Heafy's got his hazards on. Something's going on. Oh, hang on. I think he's had the pause. I think he's in auto drive. Oh, there we go. Okay, he's back now, but lost 6 positions with that.
Yeah, that's brutal for Heafy. He was looking at potentially the race win, but this is all great news for Hodes because Big J has held everybody up so much that Hodes is now 6 seconds into the lead. As we see Crashman, can't quite get past Big J, loses the rear end into turn 3. Still looking for a way past, flies it down the inside. Tries to sweep around the outside.
Apparently.
Oh, what brilliant defense we're seeing from Big J. Oh my goodness, brilliant stuff for Big J. This is monumental defense. Absolutely incredible. He swept it around the outside at turn 6 and managed to hold on to the position. This is all news to Hodes' ears as well, as he is absolutely skipping off into the distance.
Yeah, look at that. He's way ahead of that. Should we get tire and fuel update going?
I feel like if we do, we'll miss all the on-track action.
Alright, well, hold off for now then, but should probably, we're over the halfway point. Let's say, Renegade looks like he's got a bit of damage to the front of his car. Did he hit something?
Oh, Big Crashman goes down the inside of Big J. But Big J could be looking at a return to sender, as that is not the place you want to overtake, because they're going to have the massive slipstream all the way down the back straight into the heavy braking zone of the hairpin. And Big J is going to do just that, as he's only 2 tenths behind as they barrel down towards the hairpin. I would imagine that Big J is going to get this done. They're only halfway through and that gap is already minuscule. Is Big J going? No, he's backed off. Big J hasn't fired down the inside.
Oh, very close. Jigglies goes a little bit wide. Alright, that's going to give Renegade and Zero time to catch up. Bumcraig and Comey still battling for 6. Boss and Heafy are battling up for 9th now. Laminator, he's a little over 10 seconds, a little over 10 seconds behind. He's still in 10th. Hopefully he can get the pace back up and start to catch up a bit.
Yeah, absolutely. As we
Alright,
see
starting lap 5.
Yeah, Crashman on an absolute charge, trying to catch up to Hodes, as that gap is 7.5 seconds. I think it's too much. I think Hodes is just going to skip away with this one. They're running out of time. There's 2 laps left in this race.
Yeah, certainly not a massive amount of time left for people to get stuff done, but they're still trying. Zero just tried an attempt on Renegade there at turn 1, not quite. Oh, hang on, Zero I think clips the wall a little bit. He's still held on, but Renegade will hold him off for 4th place for now.
As they head down towards turn 3. Lots of cars in a short frame. Oh, Zero's into the wall there on the exit of turn 3. Loses quite a chunk of time to Renegade.
So Bumcraig's pulling away from Termi now. It's almost a 2-second gap between the two of them. Boss and Heafy is still going at it.
Heafy's dropped all the way to 9th now. So he's had another moment there.
Yeah, well, he apparently was just saying his wheel disconnected on him. That's very unfortunate. That would explain why he went into auto drive.
Back up the front, Crashman's made a mistake. And Hodes is up to 10-second lead. So Hodes has absolutely run away with this race. 10 seconds to the good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Crashman is struggling for P2 as he's got Renegade behind, who's looking to pin a move on him in the next few laps.
Yeah, certainly there will be a move made very soon, I am sure.
Renegade, the absolute overachiever in this race, that's for sure. Currently sitting P3. He's a Div 4 driver back in Sector 1 main game, and he is pulling well above his weight. He always does. I mean, some of the showings that Renegade has had in the Community Series. I mean, he just needs to do it in the main game, and he'd be winning championships.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Maybe this might help him, learn a few skills here and transfer back to the main game. Heafy, I think something's happened. He's lost a fair bit of time now on Boss, and Laminator has dropped the gap for about 2 seconds.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. It's a little bit unfortunate for Heafy. Not able to see his full potential. As we saw in race 1, he is a very quick operator and having issues. I mean, it's not always great to see, but I mean, it happens.
It happens. Alright, let's see. Oh, no, hang on.
Oh, somebody's gone! Big J's into the fence!
Oh! Oh, yes he is! Oh, goodness.
So we'll catch that on the Liquid Solutions action replay. See just what happened here. Was it on entry or exit? It was on exit. He's clipped the grass on the power. Rear end's come round. We saw it happen to a couple of people last race, and it's caught out Big J on this occasion as well.
Oh, goodness. This track's claiming a fair few victims.
Back up to Hodes. That gap out to 10 seconds now, and I think he's going to get there. I just think that it's too much for Crashman, who is under a lot of pressure from Renegade and Zero behind. This is the real battle we need to be looking at on track. Who will take P2, and will they get a 7th lap in this race? That's the big question.
Yeah, about to say we've got less than 3 minutes left now.
Oh, things are tight between Renegade and Zero there. Zero with a half move, but couldn't quite get it pulled up, and it compromised his exit. But Renegade's able to skip away now. Putting lots of pressure on Crashman for P2. Can Renegade take P2 from Crashman and solidify himself on the podium?
I don't think it's going to happen just yet. I reckon probably he'll start trying to make his move, maybe. Whether that might be a bit too soon, I suppose, considering the back straight will be right next door.
Oh, was Renegade run out of fuel potentially? He's dropped off a lot through that short blast of section.
No, Renegade's fuel's actually looking pretty alright. He's still just over a quarter of a tank. Most of the other guys are below a quarter of a tank by now.
He dropped off a massive amount from Crashman behind. Back stretch. Renegade needs to be looking in his mirrors as Zero is waiting to put a move on him. As, Crashman doesn't have the greatest exits, but Renegade does. Oh, fires it down the
here we
inside.
go, Zero's making a move.
Oh, they're side by side on the exit. Oh, a little bit of contact. But these two going at it like two gladiators, and Zero goes through onto the podium place. But he might have got the move done too early, as Renegade will have the slipstream all the way down the back straight.
Yeah, basically, that's bumper to bumper basically right there. Zero. Renegade's holding on for just the last second to make his move.
Fires it down the inside. Can Renegade get it done? Can't quite get it pulled up. Kenny pulls alongside.
No.
Struggling for traction. Zero on the exit. Renegade goes through into P3.
No, they're still, they're still side by side.
They get it done.
There we go. Renegade's done it.
Oh, into P3. Brilliant move from Renegade. But he still needs to watch his mirrors, as Zero is going to be pushing. He's going to be trying to find a way past it at any moment he can, whether that is at Renegade's convenience or not. Final corner, this will be the last chance to get it done.
Hode's gap has dropped significantly. What's that?
I don't think he wants another lap. I think he wants it all to end here, as he's not going to get there. Oh, it's going to be tight. He's going to lose the position. Oh, they've got to go around again. Oh, what's up?
He's got it.
Oh, no. Oh, they're all going around for another lap.
No, it's only Hodes and Crashman. Only Hodes and Crashman managed to make it.
What is happening? My timing screens have all messed up. So what is happening? I have no idea who is where. Oh, what? Oh, there we go. It's coming through. Renegade's finished P2. I have no idea. The timing screens have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, alright, so basically,
Renegade
from
P1.
what I'm seeing...
What? Laminator P1.
Right, so,
what is happening?
Okay, so from what I'm currently seeing, Crashman is sitting in first, as him and Hodes are the only two guys still out racing. Renegade will have finished in third, Zero's fourth, Duncrake is fifth, Hermie sixth, Boston seventh, Heafy will finish in 8th, Jiggly's in 9th, and Laminator will round at the back of the grid.
Oh my goodness, what have we just witnessed? I'm speechless.
Yes, that was very confusing into that 6th lap. Yeah, Hodes tried his best to just let everything finish with that one, but it hasn't quite worked in his favour.
Oh my goodness. There was 4 cars trying to cross the line at the same time. Oh.
Yeah, that to say, that was very much confusing to look at, but it seems to have all sorted itself out now. It's unfortunate for Hodes because he could have had a win there, and now just that one decision to just try and hold on, it's backfired on him. Very unfortunate for him, but he still has managed to prove himself, holding on for that entire race, 10-second gap most of the way.
Oh, that is an absolute disaster for Hodes. He didn't want to do another...
Crashman hit the wall, so he's going to lose a lot of time on that straight.
I think he should
be look
safe.
at that. Well, maybe. Hodes is still closing in. Yeah. It's possible 2 seconds. There might still be. Yeah, here we go. The gap's 1.5 seconds. If Crashman can just hold on for these last few corners, he will have it in the bag.
Seconds to go in this one, and it looks like it's going to go the way of Crashman, which Hodes, that's disaster for Hodes. He had the win in his bag, he wanted the race to end, but he ended up on this second lap, or this final lap with Crashman, and he's lost the lead. That's a disaster way to lose the lead. That is not how you want the race to finish. The timing screen's still messed up. What is going on?
Okay. Give you just 1 second and I will have a look and see what happened.
That was so chaotic that Gran Turismo broke.
Ah, yes. Unfortunately, I'm not massively surprised by that. I'd like to think that, considering this game has been out for at least a year by now, that they would have had some of these issues sorted, but it would seem not to be. Um, I'm just doing the race replay, saving it, so it might take a little bit for me to be able to look at the
So,
leaderboard. I apologize.
we'll have a look at whatever the results are here. So P1 is Crashman, P2 is Hodes, and then we go back to the first page where everything is messed up, where we see Renegade listed as first, he is third. So everyone here, the top 8, is shuffled down by 2. So Renegade third, Zero fourth, Bumcrack fifth, Kermy sixth, Bossman 7th, Heafy 8th, Big J in 9th, and Laminator in 10th. So, taking fastest lap was Heafy as well before he had his wheel issues. So, wow, that was a very chaotic race, and I'm very glad we got to witness that. Holy moly, that was incredible to watch, wasn't it, Spitzy?
Yeah, absolutely. It is very unfortunate for Laminator of lead, losing it all just in one corner. And again, Heafy having his wheel issues, and yeah, it was unfortunate for a few, helped a few others get up to the top. Again, that last sort of second to last lap blunder with Hodes, with an ordered close racing in between, there was a clean racing there, people redressing when they did wrong. I think the team owners will have a fair bit of material to work with.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw a couple of incidents, a couple of biffs, but we also saw good sportsmanship. Lots of people redressing. That's what we love to see here. If you haven't already, chuck your driver of the day down in the chat. And Spitzy, what's your driver of the day? Who is your driver of the day?
I am going to say my driver of the day was probably. I'm probably going to say Hodes here, considering in that second race he managed to hold the rest of the grid, at bay for a good 10 seconds or so, majority of that race. It was unfortunate, of course, his last blunder, but he still, again, for most of that second, he was holding him back for a good 10 seconds. And did you mention he is not currently in any of the divisions, is he?
No.
No, yeah, about to say, for someone not in the main game, he's done incredibly well. Like, he's proved himself quite well.
Yeah.
He'll have a few team owners wanting to give him contracts, to say the least.
I think I'm going to give my driver of the day to Big J. He finished quite far down the order in both the races, but the defense he put up in race number 2 to keep some of the drivers who had proven they were the heavyweights in tonight, such as Crashman and Zero, he kept them behind for a good 2 or 3 laps, and we saw defense around the outside for Big J, and just a very hardy drive for Big J, and I really liked that. Had a bit of character to his driving style, keeping them behind. It was some good defense. You'll love to see it. So that gives my drive of the day. We see a couple first coming in. We see Nismo Nath says impressive race for Kermy. So I'm going to take that as a driver of the day vote. Driver of the day Renegade from Robert Rice. That's another good vote. I think, that would probably be my close second, Renegade there, as he definitely punching above his weight. P3, good podium place for Renegade, but in the community series, that's what we're starting to expect for Renegade. So how many times can you put in a great result in the community series and not get driver of the day? I think that's the question.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. I can understand why Robert that one. Tech Racing says Zero still did pretty well, didn't quite finish up on the podium for race 2. Let's say race
Yeah, he
1.
missed out by he was podium in race number 1. He was pressuring Heafy and then he went off at the final corner. And then race number 2, 4th. So yeah, Zero's a very good pick as well. P3 and P4 on the reverse grid. So good drive from Zero. There's a lot of drivers you could give drive of the day to, that's for sure. So I reckon, before we keep people waiting too much longer, I reckon we sign things off for tonight. So as I was saying earlier, join us on Sunday. We are back for Group B. You're in the hands of Atom. Then you'll see Spitzy out on track in Div 4, and you'll see our wonderful 2 divisions competing, which they're always throwing up some good action in Division 4 and Division 2. Very tight divisions here. So be sure to join us for that. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and join the Discord if you are yet to, as that's where we communicate. That's how you get involved here in the community series, and there's lots of fun other things to do in the Discord as well. So my name is Lenosis, and me and Spitzy will be signing things off for the Pro Plumbing Group Community Series Round 5 here at Sainte Croix. Anything to say before we sign things off, Spitzy? I'm going to take that as a no. So we'll see you guys on Sunday for Group B at Sainte Croix. We'll catch you then. Bye-bye.